I spoke to somebody the other day. They had 40, 50 grand and they were looking at their first buy to let. And they said, Simon, what do you think I should do? Can you guess what I said? Hi, I'm Simon. Welcome to my YouTube channel. And today I want to tackle one of the most frequently asked questions I hear. I'm hearing this all the time. I've got 40, 50, 30, 60, maybe even 70 grand, and I'm looking for my first BRRRR or buy to let. And I always think the same thing. If you haven't really got enough money to comfortably do that, to add the value through a refurb and then refinance, and you're literally taking your account down to zero, now is not necessarily the best time to buy property unless you've done it before and you've got a really good knowledge of the area. And the simple reason for that is because the property market right now is super uncertain. We don't know where it's going to go because we've never had a global pandemic quite like this. So my whole thing is, if you've got a bag of 50 grand, a 60 grand, a 40 grand, putting that into one property right now, reliant on a BRRRR or reliant on it doing, something, could be a little bit risky, particularly, as I said, if you don't know the market really well. We're still buying. I'm different in two ways to this guy. The first one is I know my areas to the point where I know exactly what the different properties are worth. So when I'm doing my BRRRRs, I know that they work even if I don't get maximum uplift. The second reason I'm different is because I've got cash flow now. Through rent to rent, we've got massive cash flow, and I've also got a portfolio of properties I own that cash flow. So I'm not relying on the lump sums. But if you're brand new to property investment, you will be, because otherwise you've got no cash flow, you've got no money. So what I said to this person was, look, if you are going to buy the house that you live in, just forget about it. That's a terrible investment. And I've done loads of content on that. Check out the channel. If you're going to buy your first BRRRR buy to let and you've not got enough to comfortably do it, rather than just sitting on this money or putting it into one property, rent to rent is key. And not just any rent to rent, by the way, rent to rent 2.0, which is going to allow you to scale in a big way. And my style of rent to rent is, how do we take decent sums of money, not 5 grand, 3 grand. I'm talking about, how do you actually take a bigger amount of money and scale a business to over £10,000 net cash flow per month in a quick period of time? And I said, look, if you want to be in property and you want to get a return on your money, there is no better way than doing it than this. Do me a favor, comment below. Let me know what you would do if you had 30, 50, 70 grand. Let me know what you did at the start. Let me know if you've used rent to actually increase your pot, because what I would do if I was starting again right now and I had 50 grand is I would take the 50 grand, I would look at doing up to 10 rent to rents, and I would double that pot to 100 grand. Then what I can do is I can take 50 and buy the BRRRR, and I've got a bit more if I need for the refurb. And then I've got 50 here to continue scaling my rent to rent business. The big problem this guy had is that if you put this 50 grand in one house, you're out of money, you're out of the potential to build growth and to build cash flow. I hope you found this useful. If you have, you know what to do. Hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video.